Well, Tony, what sort of a race are we in for here? Because yesterday you and Kerry Bailey were split by hundredths of a second, and you also did much of your gearbox there.
Yeah, we had a few problems with a couple of gears. Third and fifth gear we broke. So we done a bit yesterday with second and fourth gear. But other than that, last night we worked till late and we got the gearbox fixed up. So today's going to be nice and close.
On the left of your screen is Darren Hossack in the Chev-powered Sports Sedan, a Saab shell if you like. He's made a good start, but Tony Ricciardello has rocketed away from the line, Craig Lowndes.
And as you can see, he's carrying the number 1 on his Alpha Sports Sedan, and obviously the reigning champion from last year. He's doing a great job. He started the season off now in the best way he can do it. He's leading the pack. He's leading Darren Hossack now under the bridge, so great start for him.
Yeah, Ricciardello wrestled that title away from Kerry Bailey last season and is really in the zone at the moment. A bit of contact there. Stinson in the Chev-powered Calibra. He'll keep going, which is good. Not too much in the way of damage there. We should talk a bit about this category. If you've not seen them before, the rules are reasonably liberal in terms of the sorts of engine configurations that you can run in them. A lot of them, the popular choice might be the Chev, the 6-litre Chev, but there are Fords in there. There are Fiat turbo engines. There's rotaries as well, Craig.
It's an amazing category. This category really is underweight compared to ours. It probably has a little bit more horsepower, and as you can see, they move around. They've got a great note to them. They sound extremely well. And around Oran Park, these guys can get up to some incredible speeds.
The other thing that the organisers have wisely done this year is that they've invited a lot of the competitors from the Trans Am series in New Zealand to take part in this series during the New Zealand off-season, if you like. So some of the cars that we saw Stephen Johnson campaigning in New Zealand in years gone by are now mixed within this field. Good battle going on here. Dean Randall makes the most of it down the inside. There's Kerry Bailey. Further back, he's chasing Mick Monterosso. His Ford Escort looks very different to a road-going Escort, Craig. It's got the big Chev power behind it, but they have had some dramas converting this car with the new weight limit. The gearboxes haven't been liking that extra weight.
Yeah, with the 6-litre engines, they're now weighed up. Some cars are weighed up to 1,125 kilos. So Mick Monterosso having a lot of gearbox troubles because of that fact. I believe his car was under 1,000 kilos beforehand. So some of these guys, for this first time, is pretty new to them.
Darren Hossack remaining in second position. Up in front, Tony Ricciardello. Ricciardello is someone that some of the V8 supercar teams have eyed up, Craig. He's just 22 years of age. We know that Hossack's campaigned in supercars before. How hard would it be for someone like young Daniel Jamieson to step up to a supercar and acclimatise?
Well, I don't think there'd be any problem at all. I think really just got to get used to the beast that you deal with, and the V8 supercar is probably a little bit different. It doesn't have the big wheels that these guys do, or maybe even the downforce. You see these front and rear wings, they do generate a lot of downforce in these cars, and as you've mentioned, a 6-litre Chev or Ford engine. Really, we're only a 5-litre category. We do weigh 1,350. These guys are only 1,125, so there would be a little bit of a difference, but again, you just have to get used to the beast, and I wouldn't have thought they'd have a lot of trouble at all.
Checkered flag is on display in this one, thanks to Domain Holmes. Tony Ricciardello takes it out. Darren Hossack finishes second, and young Daniel Jamieson gets across the line in third, just ahead of Stinson in the Chev-powered Calibra. Great start, race 2 of 3 here at Oran Park, and there is the man they are all trying to beat. Championship leader and race winner here by 4.4 seconds over Hossack. Randall finishing in 9th. Kerry Bailey, the reigning champion, in 8th, just ahead of the RX-7 of Terry Shields. Just like the Konica V8 Supercar Series, the Sports Sedans reverse the top 10 finishing positions from race 2 for the third and final race of the day. That puts Fawcett on pole, but look at that. Darren Hossack and Ricciardello, the winner in race 2, will start from row 5. Mick Monterosso, who has had gearbox problems, is back on the 6th row of the grid. And Graham Smith at the back of the field. We are set for a start here at Oran Park. Good start by Kerry Bailey from the 2nd row. He rockets away, but look at Ricciardello. He has launched off the line. He goes around the outside and up into 2nd position.
This is incredible from Ricciardello to really come out from 10th position.
Fawcett in the background doing some forcing, if you like. Terry Shields gets pushed a little bit wide in the Nissan turbo-powered Mazda RX-7.
And look at Tony Ricciardello challenging for the first position. Starting 5 rows back in 10th position is incredible.
Very different starting, I guess, approach to Darren Hossack. Hossack has elected just to gently work his way through the field. There he is. Oh, Monterosso comes around. So now, did he cop a touch there? It looked like there was some debris on the track there, Craig, so he might have been helped around there.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there. He's on the outside.
Oh, Fawcett.
Fawcett on the outside. Oh.
That's one of the Trans Am cars from New Zealand. Now, he may have been involved in that touch with Monterosso, perhaps, so he rejoins the circuit. And there's Monterosso as well. Up in front, Tony Ricciardello chasing down Kerry Bailey. And they have pulled a bit of a gap on third position at the moment. Tony Wilson, Dean Randall up there as well. There's the Saab of Darren Hossack making his way through the field. Interesting car, that one right there. That's Ivan Mikak. It's a kit car from Western Australia, a normally aspirated triple rotor Mazda RX-7, the 20B version. So he's doing well at present now. Here's the Optimax replay. Let's clear this up.
Well, this is Monterosso running in the back of Des Wall's Supra, just spinning on a dime, and this little Escort's not that big, gets out of trouble, so good news for him.
One thing the replay did clear up for us, here you go, Andrew Fawcett has spun on his own, or maybe there was a bit of contact there with the RX-7 of Terry Shields, but he rejoined the pack. Now here's a replay of the start. The Optimax replay shows you the way that Ricciardello charges through the field, weaving the eye of the needle, and look how many positions he picks up.
It's quite incredible. Everyone's ducked to the inside for turn one. He's just gone right around the outside of him. So, it's a credit to him. He's really stuck it out there, and he obviously wants to clinch this weekend.
If you've just joined us, this is the third race in round 2 of the Australian Sports Sedan Championship at Oran Park, brought to you by Domain Homes. Here we go, Randall. Has had a moment too.
Spun on his own.
Good battle going on there at the time, though. Another of the Saab-shaped sports sedans. Let's have a close look at this.
Here comes the replay of this. He's just trying to get on the power here. You can see the opposite lock already starting to happen, and around he went.
Is that a tough corner to negotiate?
It is a little bit. It's off Canberra. You're heading back up over the bridge, so very crucial corner to get right. Now,
in the course of watching all that, there's been some dramas for Tony Ricciardello. He's had a moment somewhere, and now having to fight his way back up the order.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. He had initial car speed. These cars now are up to temperature. He looks like he's, here we go again. Round the outside, this car, he's very, very confident, this guy. The car's working very well for him. Very interesting corner, turn 2. Off camber, hard corner to negotiate for brakes. Generally see a lot of cars locking up their inside front.
Tony Wilson, that was, in the Smash Repair Centre VS Commodore. There's Kerry Bailey, our race leader. Former champion in this category, the Nissan 300 ZX.
Beautiful looking machine. As you can see, the rear wing on these things are monstrous and really come to a good effect around here. A lot of downforce required. As you can see, a lot of elevation in this circuit. Here comes Tony Ricciardello.
He's made his way back up into second position, so that's an exceptional performance. Daniel Jamieson well placed in third position. There's Tony Wilson in the VS Commodore. Right now he's in fourth. The timing system there will update as they come across the start-finish line this time around. Mark Stinson is also right there in the Chev-powered Holden Calibra. But so far, Craig, they've had no real answer for this man, Kerry Bailey.
No, they don't, and he's led this race from the start, and looks like he's going to take this one out.
Yeah, I think time is running out for Tony Ricciardello, and he might have to settle for second in this one. Bailey is pretty much in cruise mode as they come down to the final turn. Checkered flag is at the ready, and he'll take out race 3, brought to you by Domain Homes in round 2 of the Australian Sports Sedan Championship. Good points for the former champion, Ray Ayton, the Victorian, having a moment down at turn 2 there in the Calibra. And Darren Hossack, here he comes, under a bit of pressure, coming up onto the start-finish line. He'll get across for 6th. Let's go to the pits. Here's Grant.
It's hard to believe that you guys drive from Perth for every single round, but geez, a drive from 10th to 2nd in that last race makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, I made an effort in the warm-up just to sort of heat the tyres up really well, and it paid off in the end. Got a good start and got to second before the first corner, so I was pretty happy with that. But I was racing on the limit the whole race and just trying to keep up with Kerry, and we were there, but I just made a little mistake on one corner and just threw it all away. But I still got second, so I'm pretty happy with that.